Hello everybody and welcome back to Watching Walford. I'm Ash and today we're going to talk about which Hollyoaks characters I need back. Another in the series of characters I want to see back. That being, this one is a Hollyoaks edition, because simply being, Hollyoaks is, like, basically, in terms of what gets most love, it's obviously EastEnders, then it's Hollyoaks, and it's Coronation Street down here. So I wanted to give the time to extend my love to both Hollyoaks and Coronation Street, but simply saying, I got a lot more for Hollyoaks than I did Coronation Street, which is kind of wild. Although I was writing one in there, so let me just... I'll just go ahead and do that. But obviously, the question extends to you. Which Hollyoaks characters do you want to see brought back? Because, you know, the one thing that's really cool about soap is we're all generally watching now. You know, we're all watching it now. And that's why we're all talking about it, we're getting excited about it, we're commenting on it. And it's really fucking cool. But also, like, where's to tell where you started at, you know? Like, I started Hollyoaks in 2020, I think. I think I started around the 35th anniversary, which I believe is 2020, maybe 2021. I don't remember. But, you know, we still had Tony's dad. You know, we saw the Kurt Benson return. I'm like, who the fuck is this? So, you know, I started early, but then I've also been kind of going through watching past years of Hollyoaks, because I do just love it. I fucking love Hollyoaks, man. It's so much different, but still so much, like, so similar that I absolutely adore it. But that also means my scope of Hollyoaks is probably much smaller than your scope of Hollyoaks, Cowabot. If you've been fucking watching Hollyoaks for the last, like, 15 years... like, you know, fill me in on the characters I've missed. Because my list is very much so centered around early 2010s and then, like, going through. I watched Hollyoaks 2015, which was great fun. I watched a bunch of 2013, you know, but, like, I'm slowly trying to catch up. So without any further ado, Hollyoaks, characters I need back. First up, I'm going to go for a fairly safe one. I'm going to go for the Roscoes. The Roscoes family was a fucking guiding light in the, like, early to mid 2010s. With how much they were involved in everything and how, like, all-encompassing they were. Oh, you need some, like, teen fucking drama. Oh, we have fucking Jason being a dick. Not Jason, Robbie. You have Robbie being a dick. Oh, you need some, like, lover's tiff while Jason's being a dick to Holly. Oh, you need fucking Robbie to sleep with someone. Not Robbie, you need... I don't know why I'm getting all the fucking names mixed up. Oh, you need fucking Freddy to fuck someone. Do it. Oh, you need Ziggy to have an awkward affair with someone. Nailed it. Oh, you have the matriarch, fucking Gillian Telforth. A.k.a. Kathy Beale. Like... they were so connected in the square, and when families are brought in onto the show, sometimes they really fucking struggle. And obviously the big head is Joe. But, you know, they usually struggle to bring in these big families and actually have them, like, link up with, like, the classic people. Joe with fucking Mercedes. Freddie with Lindsay, you know. Jason with Holly. Like, you know, a lot of very key important... Ziggy with Tegan. Ziggy with... I'm really bad at names right now, apparently. Leela, there we are. But it just kind of fits. The main issue is a lot of the Roscoes are dead. Like, Joe's dead, fucking Ziggy's dead. Robbie and Jason are fine, but, you know, they're probably the least interesting ones. Freddy's not dead, he just left. Yeah, honestly, the Roscoes are actually quite low on numbers right now. But I'd be super keen to see, like, the Roscoes return in some form. Because they were just such a fun family. They were a classic soap family where, you know, like, family's important, so don't you fuck it up for some nonsense, you know? Then it brought in all these other characters. Oh, it's just lovely. I love the Roscoes as much as the family numbers are absolutely fucking dipped. Yeah, there we are. That's just showing my range of Hollyoaks. I'm trying to figure out which way to go. Because I kind of... I want to go from like A to fucking Z and do like the most exciting one. But also, I don't really want to like spunk my load a bit too soon. So next up, I'm gonna say Sinead O'Connor, Sinead Shelby, Sinead Roscoe. You know, Diane's daughter, Sinead, Scouse Sinead. You know, she's just so messy. It's so fantastic. And I never thought I liked the character because, you know, she's this fucking loudmouth Scouse. Like, I can't even do the voice, but that voice is great. And some people, not to me. And obviously now she's in Coronation Street doing her own shit, and that's fucking fantastic. But like I said, like I was saying with the Roscoes, Sinead could do anything on a fucking soap. She can be vulnerable. She can be like genuine. She can be like distraught and crazy. She can be terrified and scared. Like, there were a lot of layers to the character, and honestly, I'd love to see her back. I'd love to see her settle down with a bit of a little family, you know. Obviously, it helps that a lot of my favourite scenes were with Steve, because I love Steve. Now, anybody can't love Steve. But I just think bringing her back to the show would bring a lot of drama, a lot of fucking sauce, and would result in a lot of decent stuff. I will just say, this is going to be 5 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, 5 characters, because 3 just ain't enough. And I'm also a bit fucking sleepy, so ultimately, as much as I'd love to give this some fucking well thought through answers, I'm a little bit tired, so leave me alone, please, or don't. Thank you for being here. Sorry, that all went in the microphone. I thought I was making a channel away from the microphone, but that went all into the microphone. Next up has got to be Jackie McQueen. The chavviest of McQueens, the trashiest of the McQueens, but ultimately a huge favourite. As the McQueens are characters who you probably shouldn't like, but at some point you just kind of get sucked in where you're like, I really don't like you, but like the amount of drama you fucking bring is fantastic. And you know, Jackie had the really pivotal storylines, had the like rape storyline, I believe, had her with Tony. Come on, let's just bring up Jackie McQueen. You know, she was pretty much the fucking matriarch. She was big, she was important. And obviously she struggled to... Well, she struggled to conceive. And... I don't know, man. It's just... Jackie was a very cool, like, head of the family. And, don't you fuck with this. Don't you fucking dare fuck with this. And, you know, she was that strong, but very fragile, you know, that strong, but tragic character. And I don't know, I feel like with the McQueens, with a lot of the main, like, leads kind of gone, now it's just who is the head of the family, it's Mercedes. And if not Mercedes, it's Nana and Sally, and I just think we need a bit more of, like, we need a bit more of a hothead. We need a bit more of a you don't fucking mess with my family type character. And you know, over the years, we've lost a lot of the really big important ones. Like, we lost Celine, we've lost... It would have been fun to see Renee, of course, but she was a bit too far gone. I'm missing the fucking middle sister. You know, we lost Cleo. We lost a lot of these characters that are no longer there. We lost Myra. Well, they're still alive, some of them, but it just feels like the numbers of the McQueens. There may be a lot more numbers there, but we're struggling for a true matriarch, and bringing back Jackie is probably the best way to do that. Next up, I'm gonna bring back... I'm going to bring back Brendan Brady. I know he's never shown any interest in coming back. And I'm 90% sure that he is busy in prison after taking the rap for killing Seamus. But man alive, Brendan Brady was fucking fantastic. A incredibly tragic character that fucking, like, he was such a sad character because you realize that fucking, you know, you realize that, oh, he's gay, he just doesn't want to admit that he's gay. Then it turns out this fucking really dark scene where he was actually abused by his dad. And, you know, the abuse didn't turn him gay, but it made him hate himself from the inside. It absolutely made him despise himself because, like, why would he even fucking do this? It made him feel like he was a freak. He couldn't love himself. And, you know, you had that, like, very, very scary but very, like, kind of, you know, that some of the domestic abuse with Steve. And it's just the two characters were really, really good for each other. And I don't know, man. Like I said, some of the characters on Hollyoaks I feel are a little bit tired. Like some of the characters, like, okay, this may be slightly controversial, but Warren is fucking knackered at this point. Like, we need a bit of fresh blood. We need a new big bad. Obviously, he's not going to compete as well as Warren, but like, I don't know, man. I struggle. I try to keep liking Warren because, but you know, he's still like a massive prick. And I don't know. There's just a clear bit that's missing with my dynamic with Warren because I should like him because, you know, he is the blueprint for current day Phil Mitchell and has been for years. But, you know, there are just some features of Warren that just, he's just like, oh, you told you said I didn't get to me. You know, where it like goes to like the most gravelly fucking part. Don't you fucking say that to me. It goes to the most gravelly part of his fucking voice, and I'm like, oh, Jesus. Like, oh god, that's ruined my throat. I've got like 4 more videos to record today. Sorry, excuse me. But ultimately, like, we need a new big bad. We need a villain. But, you know, Warren's doing his own shit now. He could do the rival again. But, like, I don't know. I just want Brendan back. I want Steve and Brendan back together. Obviously, it's been like 10 years at this point. It's safe to say he's never coming back. And likewise, I'd love to bring Cheryl back. Because Cheryl was a very wholesome, fucking, fiery, like, she gave a fuck about her friends. And she was just very cool. And next up, it's gonna be arguably one of my most favorite characters on the show ever. And maybe it's a weird little, like, knack on me and, like, showing how weird my tastes are, but especially when you can have so many, like, other options. It's quite funny that she's one of my favorites, but she fits the mold for my favorite, like, slightly fucking crazy characters. You know, manipulative, like, keeps fucking doing some dodgy stuff. But man alive, I just... Oh. Okay. So the person I want back the most, which is quite funny considering how they're only there for like 4 years. The one I want the most is Kim Butterfield. Now, don't fucking yell at me. I love slightly crazy characters in soap. It's why I love fucking Sienna. That's why I loved, like, Mad May. God, who else has some... It's why I love Ronnie. Like, I love the fucking woman... just any characters. I love all the characters who are slightly mental. Because I've got a weird fucking brain, me. And Kim fucking played this fantastically. Because her character was tragic too. You know, she felt like she was missing a part as her twin, Kath, you know, ended up just being fucking pushed and made to basically live in a constant state where she can't do anything by Lindsay. And then she felt like a part of her was missing. So she'd get obsessed with every fucking single one of the characters. Like, she would be interested. She got obsessed with Grace. She got obsessed with Esther. Like, she was a very, like, notice how there's a lot of these tragic characters in here, but, like, I don't know, man. I just love the slightly mental characters that'll go that step way too fucking far. Which is great fun. But you know, she'd be fucking plotting. She'd be plotting how to get her own way. She'd be scheming how to try and make her own shit and, like, make sure that her way was the way. Like, oh, it's just perfect. It's fucking perfect, honestly. I need to go back and watch more Kim. I need to do it, but I just love her. I just love her. I just love her completely. Obviously, characters I'd love to bring back, but I can't because they're dead. I'd love to bring back Nico. As much as she was mental, I would love to bring her back. But she is dead. Love to bring back Dylan. Not sure how will they do it, but I'd also, you know, love to bring back Trevor as well, but he's also dead. Notice a lot of my bias towards that mid-2010s current, not Hollyoaks, rather. I'd like to bring back Gangster Grace Black, where she was actually, like, impactful and cool, rather than, like, last year Grace Black, where she's lazy and fat. Which, you know, that's fine, but, like, this is supposed to be Grace Black, the imposing fucking daughter of Fraser, you know? Like, fucking hell. But Grace Black going clean. I'm not sure about that, lads. Like, who else would I really bring back? God, is there anyone else who I'd really want to... I mean, obviously there are. I'd like to bring Ellie Nightingale. She was a cool character. I'd like to bring Alfie back as well. But ultimately, I don't know. There's so many characters that are introduced and stay there for about 3 years, and then they've been given like the fucking book thrown at them. But yeah, ultimately, do you have characters you would love to bring back? Those are some of mine. A fairly standard list, I'd argue. Some fan favourites, some very personal favourites of mine. And there we are. I hope this video wasn't a bit too drawn out, but my throat is hurting and my fucking voice is nasally as shit, so... I hope this one's not been too egregious, but there we are. Those are, like, which Hollyoaks characters I need back. Thank you for watching. I've been Ash from Watching Walford. Once again, I feel like I say this every single time. Excuse me. But thank you constantly. And I always, if I stop appreciating this, something's gone terribly bad. But thank you all for commenting on all the videos. It's so nice to have a place where I can just talk about whatever the fuck I want. Then people go, yeah, it's actually a really cool idea. Let's talk about this. When I started the show, with Piggy's help, of course, I always wanted to do these, like, interesting, like, topics. But I never really knew how. And now we're able to do all these, like, interesting topics. It's a lot more fun. It's fantastic stuff. But yes, thank you for watching. I've been Ash from Watching Walford. Make sure to follow us on all our social medias that we don't use. X at Watching Walford, Instagram at Watching Walford, Twitch at Watching Walford, and make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and comment down below which Hollyoaks characters do you need back. Do you miss Brendan Brady, or are you a stickler for Jackie McQueen? Was Kim Butterfield the right kind of crazy, or was Sinead O'Connor the right kind of mental, or was the Roscoe family more your colour? Make sure to tell me in the comment section down below. I have been Ash, and I've said this before. Thank you for watching, and I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Bye bye.